Chosen one, listen closely, because this message from God did not arrive by accident. It reached you in this exact moment because your spirit is awake enough to hear it, your heart is open enough to receive it, and your destiny is aligned enough to understand that nothing in your life has been random. You are the chosen one, and this moment marks the beginning of a deeper spiritual awakening that you cannot ignore anymore. If you feel something moving inside you already, if something in your spirit is stirring with recognition, comment 777 right now, because that is your confirmation that this divine calling has found you. This message comes to you with divine precision. It comes because your name is rising in places you have not physically stepped into yet. It comes because God has been placing thoughts of you in the hearts of people who are connected to your next chapter. It comes because there are conversations happening about you in rooms you have not entered, opportunities forming around you that your hands have not touched, doors preparing to open in ways that defy logic. This is not imagination. This is not wishful thinking. This is the first sign of divine favor moving through your life, elevating your destiny before you even arrive. You have felt it, haven't you? That sense that something is shifting, even if you cannot explain it. That quiet pull in your chest. That knowing without evidence. That pressure that refuses to let you settle. That is the chosen one prophecy awakening within you. It is God whispering that you are no longer allowed to shrink, hide, or doubt who you are. Your spirit is being summoned forward, and this message is your sign that the transformation you have been sensing is real. The path in front of you is not an accident, it is divine preparation. You are being positioned. Your energy is being recognized. Your influence is expanding in the unseen. You may not see the movement yet, but the movement sees you. Destiny elevation always begins in silence, in shadows, in spiritual realms, and right now, God is aligning people, timing, resources, and hidden opportunities around your name. There is a supernatural momentum forming, and you are standing at the threshold of it, whether you feel ready or not. But before you step into what is coming, you must circle back to the truth at the beginning. This is a message from God. You are not imagining the shifts happening inside you. You are not imagining the spiritual pressure, the battles, the breakthroughs, the moments that felt heavy for no reason. You were called. The war around you has been real because your light is necessary. Your purpose carries weight. Your presence disrupts darkness. Your destiny demands spiritual resistance because it is powerful. Chosen one, this message is here to wake up. What has been sleeping in you? It is here to remind you who you are, who you have always been, and who you are becoming. If this touched your soul, comment 11 because you know it, you were called. 1. Your name is traveling before you. Chosen one, you need to understand something that most people will never comprehend. Your name is already in motion. Long before you physically walk into the places meant for you, your spirit gets there first. Long before your feet cross certain thresholds, your influence precedes you. This is the spiritual law that governs destiny elevation, and whether you realize it or not, it has already begun operating in your life. When you are truly the chosen one, God does not wait for your physical presence to begin preparing the atmosphere. He sends your name ahead of you like a spiritual announcement, a divine signal that a shift is coming. This is why you've been feeling changes you cannot explain, pressure you cannot name, and anticipation you cannot shake. Your spirit is moving ahead of your body, entering the rooms God has prepared for you. You may think you are unseen, overlooked, or forgotten, but the reality is far more powerful. Your name is being mentioned by people who have never met you. Your story is being brought up in conversations that will shape your next season. God's message is traveling through hearts, mouths, and minds on your behalf. Someone is remembering you at the perfect moment. Someone is recommending you without even knowing why. Someone is thinking of you in a way that is tied to your next breakthrough. This is divine favor at work, a supernatural recognition that does not depend on visibility, status, or platforms. It is the unseen realm moving on your behalf, placing you into alignment with destiny. There are hidden advocates assigned to your journey. You may not know their names, you may never meet them, but they feel something when they think of you. These are the mentors, leaders, gatekeepers, and destiny partners who are being nudged by God's hand. Something about your energy, your purpose, your calling pulls on them spiritually. They find themselves speaking your name out loud. They feel prompted to bring you up in conversations. They sense that you are the missing piece to something they are building or planning. They may not understand the fullness of it, but they feel the spiritual pull. That is the power of being the chosen one. Your spirit communicates before you ever arrive. You do not need to be loud for your name to be heard. You do not need to be present for your presence to be felt. What is happening is far beyond natural explanation. This is what divine calling looks like in its early stages. God elevates your name in the unseen realm first, because destiny begins spiritually before it manifests physically. Your life is shifting because heaven has already approved the next level. Your name is being carried by angels, whispered through intuition, and placed into the minds of the right people with perfect timing. Even the people who underestimated you will begin to sense that something about you is changing. They won't know what it is, but they will feel it. That is because your name is rising. This kind of recognition is not accidental. It is not coincidence. It is not something you can force or manufacture. It is spiritual architecture, the divine blueprint unfolding around you. When God prepares a chosen one for elevation, he begins by planting their name like a seed in the atmosphere. The soil is the hearts of those connected to your future. The rain is the alignment of moments, opportunities and conversations, and the growth is the sudden favor, sudden attention, sudden recommendations that seem to come out of nowhere. But nothing comes out of nowhere. Everything comes out of the unseen realm first. You may start noticing small signs of this happening. Someone reaches out unexpectedly. Someone mentions they heard about you through another person. Someone tells you they recommended you without your knowledge. Someone says your name has been coming to their mind repeatedly. These are not random moments. These are spiritual markers revealing that your influence is already expanding. This is the energetic shift that takes place when a chosen one is being prepared for a divine calling. Your vibration becomes louder. Your purpose becomes brighter. Your spirit becomes more noticeable. People begin to sense you before they see you. Even in rooms where you are not present, even among people you do not know, even in places you have never been, your name carries weight. This is the kind of hidden opportunity God creates for his chosen ones. Open doors that you didn't knock on, invitations you didn't request, paths you didn't plan for, blessings that bypass explanation. When God wants to elevate a destiny, he does not wait for permission. He does not wait for circumstances. He does not wait for appearances. He moves in spirit first, and everything else aligns afterward. This is why you cannot allow your current environment to trick you into believing nothing is happening. The silence is deceptive. The stillness is strategic. What looks like inactivity is actually spiritual preparation. If only you could see how many times your name has already been spoken with respect, admiration, and divine intention. If only you could see how many people are sensing your potential without ever seeing your face. If only you could see the spiritual meetings, the divine alignments, the unseen discussions happening about you, you would understand that your life is not stagnant. It is being positioned. And now, chosen one, listen carefully as we circle back to the truth. At the beginning, This is a message from God. You are not imagining the shifts within you. You are not imagining the signs, the synchronicities, the sudden spiritual awareness. You were called. The war around you has been real because your destiny is real. Your light is necessary because your purpose is heavy. You feel the pressure because you carry the promise, and your name is traveling before you because God has already prepared the place where you are going. If this touched your soul, comment 111, because you know it. You were called. 2. The invisible preparation of a chosen one. Chosen one. Before God elevates you publicly, He prepares you privately. Before He places you into destiny, He shapes you in silence. And before He reveals your name to rooms you have not yet entered, He strengthens your spirit through seasons that strip away everything that cannot go with you. This is the invisible preparation of the chosen one, a spiritual process that cannot be seen by the world, but is deeply felt within you. You have wondered why life pushed you into isolation, why people drifted away, why familiar places suddenly felt foreign, and why you could no longer tolerate what you once accepted. This is not weakness. This is not loneliness. This is the divine calling pulling you inward so that God can elevate you outward. Every chosen one goes through a silent season. It is the season where God closes doors, not to hurt you, but to protect you. He separates you from voices that would distort His message. He removes energies that would delay your growth. He disconnects you from relationships that no longer align with the person you are becoming. In this silence, your intuition sharpens, your awareness heightens, your spiritual senses awaken. You start to see through illusions that once fooled you, and you begin to understand that nothing in your life has been random. You are being restructured, rebuilt, and realigned for the next chapter. During this invisible preparation, God works on your character more than your circumstances. He shapes your integrity, your discipline, your patience, your humility, and your capacity to carry the blessings you have been praying for. Many people want elevation, but not everyone can handle it. But you, chosen one, are being molded so you can stand firm when your destiny elevation arrives. God is strengthening areas inside you that no one else sees. He is healing wounds you didn't know were influencing your decisions. He is preparing your heart to lead, your mind to discern, and your soul to withstand spiritual pressure. This is the quiet training of a warrior who has been chosen for a divine assignment. You may feel like nothing is happening, but everything is happening. You may feel like you've been placed on pause, but the truth is that God is positioning you. This is why the divine calling becomes louder when breakthrough is near. You begin to feel an inner urgency, a spiritual pull, a sense that you cannot go backward even if you tried. You outgrow old patterns, old habits, and old environments. Conversations that once entertained you no longer resonate. People who once defined you no longer hold influence. Your spirit is becoming too large for the life you once lived. This is preparation. This is spiritual evolution. This is the chosen one prophecy unfolding inside you long before it unfolds around you. Isolation is one of God's greatest tools. Not to break you, but to rebuild you. Not to punish you, but to protect you. When God isolates a chosen one, it is because He is separating you from the noise of the world so you can hear His voice more clearly. In that quiet space, He teaches you to trust the unseen, to walk by faith instead of validation, and to recognize the difference between connections that elevate you and connections that drain you. He removes distractions that would interfere with your destiny. He reveals truth that would have been hidden if you stayed surrounded by the wrong people. And in that solitude, He reconnects you to your own soul. This is where spiritual awakening deepens. You begin to understand your purpose with more clarity. You start to see signs, synchronicities, and divine patterns guiding your path. You become more sensitive to energy and intention. You recognize deception faster. You feel misalignment immediately. This is spiritual maturity forming in the silence. You are no longer living blindly. You are walking with awareness. You are observing with discernment. You are listening with spiritual ears. That is the invisible transformation that happens long before the world sees who you truly are. God also uses this season to remove anything that cannot survive at the level you are rising into. Old relationships fade because they were tied to an outdated version of you. Old environments crumble because they were too small for your calling. Old identities dissolve because they were built from survival, not purpose. God is stripping away the temporary to make room for the eternal. Every loss is intentional. Every separation is divine. Every ending is part of your destiny elevation. You are not losing anything meant for your future. You are only being freed from what was limiting your spirit's expansion. And while you are going through this internal refinement, hidden opportunities are being prepared for you behind the scenes. You cannot see them yet, but they are forming. God is aligning people who will support you, doors that will honor you, spaces that will recognize you, and paths that will accelerate you. These opportunities require you to be spiritually ready before they appear physically. This is why the preparation is invisible. God is shaping your inner world while simultaneously shaping your outer destiny. When the two align, breakthrough manifests suddenly. Every chosen one has a moment where the inner transformation is complete enough for external elevation to begin. This is when the chosen one prophecy shifts from preparation to manifestation. But the preparation must come first, because the outer elevation cannot last unless the inner transformation is solid. You are being trained for a position that will require strength, humility, wisdom, and resilience. You are being refined for blessings that carry responsibility. You are being equipped for influence that carries spiritual weight. None of this can be rushed. And now, chosen one, let me circle back to the truth at the beginning. This is a message from God. You are not imagining your transformation. You are not imagining the pressure, the shifting, the awakening happening inside you. You were called. The war around you has been real because your assignment is real. Your light is necessary because your presence disrupts darkness. You are being prepared in silence for a future that will not be silent. Your spirit is being trained for elevation that will impact many. Your heart is being shaped for a calling that requires courage. And your soul is being strengthened for a destiny that will reveal why you had to walk through everything you survived. If this touched your soul, comment 11Y. Because you know it, you were called. 3. The manifestation. When your name opens doors. Chosen one, the moment you have been sensing, the moment your spirit has been preparing for, the moment your inner world has been quietly building toward, is now beginning to surface into physical reality. This is the season where the invisible becomes visible, where the spiritual becomes tangible, and where everything God whispered to you in the dark begins to unfold in the light. You are stepping into manifestation, and when a chosen one enters this stage, nothing looks the same again. This is when divine favor moves from promise to motion, from energy to experience, from quiet preparation to undeniable evidence. Your name is no longer just traveling ahead of you in the spirit, it is beginning to open doors in the natural world. The first sign of manifestation is acceleration. Things that once took months now take days. Things that once felt difficult suddenly feel effortless. You meet the right person at the right time. You receive information you needed without searching for it. You feel a wind behind you that was not there before. This is divine favor positioning you for supernatural acceleration. It is not luck. It is not coincidence. It is the alignment of heaven and earth, the merging of God's timing with your readiness. When the chosen one's spirit and destiny line up, momentum begins to build around them in ways that defy logic. Another sign is sudden invitations. Out of nowhere, someone reaches out with an opportunity that feels strangely familiar, as if you were always meant to cross paths at that exact moment. You may receive messages saying they heard about you from someone else. You may get invited to conversations, rooms, projects, or networks that once felt far beyond your reach. Unexpected recognition begins to find you. People who never acknowledged you before start paying attention. Individuals who doubted you suddenly see your value. This is the power of alignment. When God amplifies your name, people are drawn to your purpose even if they do not understand it. New alliances also form during this season. These are connections designed by God, not created by circumstance. They feel natural, spiritually aligned, peaceful, and purpose-driven. These people recognize your gifts, honor your calling, and respect your journey. They see your light without you needing to explain it. They feel your energy without you needing to prove it. They support your elevation without jealousy or resistance. These alliances are destiny connections, souls who were meant to walk with you into your next chapter. Some will mentor you, some will partner with you, some will guide you, and some will simply open doors that were locked to you for years. God sends the right people at the right time because manifestation requires community, collaboration, and support. This is also the season where people begin to notice your gifts in a new way. They feel something different about you even if they cannot articulate it. They see your strength, your growth, your confidence, your clarity. They sense that you carry purpose. Your presence begins to shift the atmosphere when you walk into a room. Your words carry more weight. Your energy becomes magnetic. This is a direct result of your spiritual awakening. As your inner self rises, the world responds to that rise. People feel drawn to your authenticity, your wisdom, your spirit. They sense you are moving with divine calling, guiding your steps. In this manifestation stage, God often uses unexpected vessels to elevate your destiny. Some will be people of faith, guided by divine intuition to support you. Others may not know God at all, but He will still use them as instruments. An employer, a stranger, a colleague, a distant connection, someone you would never have considered may become the bridge to your next level. God does not limit His methods to the familiar. When you are the chosen one, everything becomes a tool in God's hands. Every person becomes a potential messenger. Every encounter becomes a potential turning point. Every moment becomes infused with purpose. However, manifestation also demands discernment. Not every door is divine. Not every invitation is meant to be accepted. Not every opportunity is aligned with your destiny. Some are distractions designed to pull your energy away from your purpose. Some are tests to see whether you will prioritize calling over comfort. Some are illusions disguised as blessings. This is why your spirit has been trained. This is why isolation taught you clarity. This is why your preparation season sharpened your intuition. You now know how to recognize what resonates and what does not. You can feel misalignment in your body, in your energy, in your spirit. Discernment is your protection as you step into your elevation. Real-world examples of your name opening doors may look like this. Someone speaks your name in a meeting that leads to a major opportunity. A mentor recommends you for a position you didn't apply for. A person you helped years ago suddenly reappears with an offer that shifts your trajectory. A leader mentions you in a conversation that connects you to a powerful network. A friend mentions your work to someone influential. A stranger stumbles upon your talent and shares it widely. Your name becomes a bridge before you even step onto the path. In relationships, manifestation reveals itself through alignment. Someone recognizes your worth quickly, without the confusion of past connections. Someone sees your heart and supports your purpose. Someone shows up with emotional maturity and spiritual alignment. This is because your inner transformation shifted the kind of connections you attract. Destiny partners come during destiny seasons. In leadership, manifestation may look like you being chosen for roles or responsibilities before you even raise your hand. People trust your vision and seek your guidance. They sense your capability and leadership spirit. In mentorship, manifestation appears when someone with influence feels called to guide you. They see something divine in you. They feel the pull of purpose. They know you carry something the world needs. In community, manifestation looks like people speaking positively about you when you are not present. Doors opening through conversations you never heard. Respect building in spaces you have not yet entered. Every manifestation is a sign that the chosen one prophecy is unfolding. Your destiny is entering a new timeline. You are no longer preparing, you are emerging. You are no longer being shaped, you are being revealed. You are no longer hidden, you are being positioned. Everything God promised in the unseen is now beginning to show up in the visible. This is your shift. This is your rise. This is your confirmation. And now, chosen one, circle back to the beginning. This is a message from God. You are not imagining this. You are not imagining the acceleration, the signs, the opportunities, the recognition. You were called. The war you fought was real because your purpose is real. Your light is necessary because your destiny is influential. Everything happening around you is unfolding by divine design. You are stepping into the season you were created for. If this touched your soul, comment Aladdin because you know it, you were called. 4. Divine alignment and your next chapter. Chosen one, as you step further into this season, understand that divine alignment is no longer a concept, it is happening in real time. Every moment of preparation, every trial you endured, every silent night of doubt, every season of waiting was all orchestrated by God to position you perfectly for what is coming. Your name has been traveling ahead, your spirit has been elevated beyond the limits of what you could see, and now the doors are opening for you to walk boldly into the chapters you were always meant to inhabit. This is the power of divine calling, moving in perfect harmony with your readiness, your faith, and your spiritual awakening. You are entering a time where conversations, introductions, and opportunities are no longer random. People who were once strangers will now feel like allies. Circumstances that once seemed limiting will reveal themselves as bridges to something far greater. Hidden opportunities that were forming in the unseen realm are now stepping into visibility, aligning with your purpose and your destiny. You will notice that your name is being spoken, your gifts are being recognized, and your presence is being sought, often before you even arrive. This is the tangible evidence of divine favor, the physical manifestation of God's preparation in your life. But with this elevation comes responsibility. Not every door is meant for you, not every path is aligned with your purpose, and not every opportunity carries the energy of divine alignment. Discernment becomes your most powerful tool in this season. The chosen one does not move blindly. The chosen one moves with intention, guided by the wisdom that God has instilled in their heart. Your spiritual awakening now equips you to see clearly, to act decisively, and then choose what will elevate your destiny rather than distract from it. Trust your instincts, follow the spiritual nudges, and step only where God has positioned you. Notice how the timing of events unfolds. Invitations that arrive suddenly are not accidents. Recommendations that come unexpectedly are not coincidences. People who appear in your path at the exact moment you need them are not random. This is God's orchestration at work. The unseen realm has been moving on your behalf, aligning every element so that your breakthrough is not just possible, but inevitable. Your preparation, your patience, and your faith have converged into this moment, and it is now time for the world to witness the emergence of the chosen one. As you walk forward, remember the battles you've survived. Remember the moments when you doubted yourself and the moments when you were tested in silence. Those moments were not setbacks, they were spiritual training, forging your character, sharpening your discernment, and strengthening your spirit. Every challenge was a step in the divine calling, every trial a lesson in alignment, every season of waiting a setup for the manifestation of your destiny. You were never abandoned. You were never unnoticed. God has been working tirelessly on your behalf. Chosen one, step into your next chapter with confidence, courage, and unwavering faith. Your light is necessary, your purpose is essential. Your rise is not only inevitable, it is required. The chosen one prophecy continues to unfold through your life, and the world will see the power, clarity, and impact that comes from someone fully aligned with God's plan. Stand tall in your spiritual awakening, embrace your divine favor, and move forward, knowing that everything you have experienced has prepared you for this exact moment. If this touched your soul, comment 111, because you know it. You were called. Conclusion. Chosen one, as we come to the end of this message, let the truth settle deeply into your spirit. Your name is already in rooms you have not walked into because God has gone before you. Every step you will take in the coming season has already been prepared. Every introduction you will receive has already been whispered. Every opportunity that will shift your life has already been aligned. You are not stepping into the unknown. You are stepping into the plan that heaven designed long before you were aware of it. Nothing about this journey is accidental. Nothing about your rise is coincidence. Everything you have felt, sensed, or questioned has been part of your divine calling unfolding in perfect time. You must trust the divine timing. Even when you felt delayed, you were being aligned. Even when you felt forgotten, you were being prepared. Even when life pushed you into silence, God was shaping your spirit with intention. Now you stand at the doorway of a new chapter, one where your purpose is louder, your presence is stronger, and your destiny is clearer. Do not hesitate. Do not shrink. Do not doubt the path placed before you. Walk with purpose and faith, because your steps are not guided by chance, they are guided by design. Everything you have been experiencing internally is part of your spiritual awakening. The restlessness, the intuition, the sudden clarity, the desire to elevate, the sense that something bigger is calling you, it is all confirmation that your spirit remembers what your mind is just now understanding. You have been chosen for work that transcends your personal story. You carry light that impacts others. You hold purpose that influences atmospheres. You were never ordinary, not even in the moments you felt invisible. The divine calling placed over your life has been active since the beginning, and now it is rising to the surface. This is your moment to step boldly into the chapter waiting for you. You have survived the preparation, endured the refining, and embraced the awakening. Now your destiny calls you forward with authority. Do not let fear speak louder than faith. Do not let past wounds silence your future. Do not let doubt distort what God has already confirmed. You are stepping into a season where the chosen one prophecy becomes real, visible, and undeniable. Everything within you and around you is shifting to match the destiny written over your life. And now, let us circle back to the beginning with clarity. This is a message from God. You are not imagining any of this. You were called. The war you fought was real. because your purpose is real. Your light is necessary because you were created to break cycles, to elevate lineages, to awaken others simply by being who you are. Stand tall in this truth. Own it. Breathe it. Walk in it. If this touched your soul, comment 11 everything, because you know it. You are called.